Welcome back to the channel. I'm Alex Lopez TCG, and today we're going to find out, should you pick up a play booster of Secrets of Strixhaven? Now, this is the latest set come out from Magic the Gathering, of course, so happy release weekend. Also, just stay tuned, we do have a collector booster box opening coming on the channel next week. Of course, we have a draft night with a couple of friends coming up soon as well, and MagicCon is right around the corner, so stay tuned for all of that as well. Now, what do we have here in the play booster when it comes to Strixhaven? Now, of course, one of the good things you can do with the play booster box is split it among friends, open up packs, and see what kind of value you get or what kind of hits you all get. It's the best way to do it by splitting up the box, and of course, you feel it the less. Now, you can also pick up a box and do some sealed challenges. You can pick up a box and do some draft. There's a lot of things you can do with a play booster box of the latest set of Magic the Gathering. Today, we're going to go ahead and open it to see what kind of value we get back, really, or what kind of cards we can get so we can put in our standard decks. That's really what we're looking for today, and that's what we're going to see and find out if it's really worth to pick up a play booster box. But right before we open up this box, I want to give a shout out to our partner at Warden Games. If you're in the Oregon area, check them out in person. Great store. And if you want to buy directly from them online, use the Manipool link down below so you can buy directly from their store. And if you're going to be buying at tcgplayer.com, you can go ahead and use my affiliate link. Gives a cut back to the channel, and I really do appreciate it. And as always, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. Trying to grow this channel, so we appreciate it all. Let's jump into the box. All right, so Secrets of Strixhaven play booster box. Again, is it really worth it to pick it up? Wow. One of the good things about the play booster boxes for Strixhaven specifically is that there's kind of like two bonus sheets. So we have the special guest bonus sheets, which of course they drop down the actual percentage on, but they do have mythical archive cards in as well. Mythical archive cards come out in every single pack. A lot of them, of course, are going to be uncommon and common, and we're hoping we get some good rare and mythic hits in those as well. So not only do you get the rares that you get normally in the pack, you can also get some rares in the mythical archive, and of course some rares in those foils. So we're hoping we get some good hits in that as well. I've been enjoying the draft for Secrets of Strixhaven. Obviously the different archetypes here available. You can do a little bit more than this, obviously, with 3 colors and splashing and all that, but it is the different things that you can do in the draft, and I've been enjoying a lot in person in arena. Obviously the pre-release was a blast. If you haven't checked out my pre-release blog, by the way, put that link down below. You guys can check that out. It was a lot of fun. Spoiler alert, when I defeated, really cool with some Golgari there as well. We do have the different guilds here in the packs, which I really appreciate. We're gonna take out these packs, open them up, see what we get. You know, obviously monetary value is one thing, but really we're trying to search for and see what we can get as far as cards for our standard decks. It's one of the things that, you know, as somebody who likes to really play the game in a competitive fashion and constructed, we always try to see what we can add to standard. So let's see what we get in our first few packs and what we can pull off today. Now we're going to go a little bit slow as the cards just came out. We're going to go through some of the commons and uncommons. We're not going to read through everything, but we are going to read the name of the cards and look at them as well. And if any stand out, of course, like Flow State and the uncommon slot, we'll talk about it and see where that lands in the standard deck. So we have Chase Inspiration, Seize the Spoils, Hungry Graphalon, Last Gasp. Really like this card, especially in limited. Really good card. Inkling Mascot. You'll see that I'm kind of having a reverence to Orzhov, of course, in this here. So Inkling Mascot, Creature Inkling Cat, really cool. Fractal Mascot. Quandrix Charms. The charms, by the way, in this set are really good so far. A lot of options coming out with them, so keep a lookout for them. I think you're going to be seeing them a lot in standard as well. Tablet of Discovery, great card, especially when you have add 1 red or add 2 red for instant or sorceries. I'm definitely seeing this as decks coming forward as well. We have Campus Composer. We have our first rare for the box in Wisdom of Ages. Double rare coming through with the Slumbering Trudge. And then we have an uncommon, Duty Beyond Death. Really good card, which also makes the draft and the sealed in this set really particularly important and actually stands out because the mythical archives are cards you can be adding to those actual decks. So it's really interesting. Duty Beyond Death, and of course they just look fantastic. That's the one thing about this set as well. The art just looks really good. We have Landscape Painter foil, Swampland, and of course some beautiful tokens, Inkling, Flying, and Spirit here as well. All right, so yeah, we have some mythical archives. We did have a double rare pack in the beginning, so that's really good. We're gonna see what else we got. We're gonna go a little bit faster through that as well as we go along, and then we know more of the cards. So we have Wonder Off, Dig Site Inventory, Hydro Channeler, Rearing Embermare, Frog Barrage, Rancorous Archaic, Thunderdrum Soloist, Spirit Call Enthusiast. Again, the art in this set is really fantastic. Teacher's Pass, by the way, great card. Menace. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain a life. And of course, you can also play a red and a green and return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. So always do it on your opponent's end step so that way you can have ready for your step, ready to go. And then the first rare here is Comforting Counsel. Comforting Counsel, 1 and a green enchantment. Whenever you gain life, put a growth counter on this enchantment. As long as there are 5 or more growth counters on the enchantment, creatures you control get +3/+3. Ooh, Sundown Pass coming through with the land. Some people are calling this low lands. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more lands. That's why, because you can't play it right away. And then we have Shared Roots. Beautiful art here in this mythical archive as well in the uncommon slot. And then we have Foil Rapturous Moment coming through with the mountain. And then we have some prepared tokens as well as other tokens we can use there. So really nice to have that. Good way to kind of let the opponent know and remind yourself, of course, of what cards are prepared. So far we've gotten 2 rares in the first 2 packs each. So let's see if we can get and continue that trend. It's going to be interesting to see what other mythical archives we can get. So far, 2 uncommon. So let's see and hope we can get some more rares there as well. Interjection, Banishing Betrayal, Ancestral Anger, Noxious Newt, Masterful Flourish, Embrace the Paradox. Whoop. Stand Up for Yourself, Mind Roots, Dual Tactic, Orisa Tide Choreographer, Joined Researchers, rare, 1 and a white, creature, human, cleric, wizard. First strike. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent has more cards in hand than you, this creature becomes prepared. When this creature becomes prepared, you can then cast the other copy here of the actual card, which is Secret Rendezvous, 1 white, and it's in sorcery, so only in sorcery speed. You and target opponent each draw 3 cards. So really nice rare. Oh, we have 2 mythical archive cards in here. Again, Disdainful Stroke. Look at that, 1 in a blue. Counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater. I mean, beautiful art on these mythical archives. And then we do have a foil mythic archive in a braid, 1 in a red instant. Really nice. Coming through, Titan's Grave, and then Elemental. Again, the color on this set really pops off really well. Big fan of it. Again, you'll see, as much as I'm always talking about the different sets, the art is one of the things that always drives me for the collection. So not only is the art in the regular set beautiful, in the art in the mythical archives is just fantastic in this set. So really nice. Let me know what you guys are all enjoying from Secrets of Strixhaven, by the way. What cards are you playing? What are you drafting? What are you trying to hit and pull? And of course, what has been your biggest hits? We always like to celebrate everything that you guys have pulled in this channel, so please let us know. Moment of Reckoning, rare. Well, by the way, 3 colorless, and then 2 white pips, and then 2 black pips. So a total of 7 costs here to cast this sorcery. Choose up to 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. It has destroy target non-land permanent, return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you can choose either of them 4 times, 2 times, or 1 3 1. It's just, it costs a lot for a reason. Wow. Moment of Reckoning. And then we have, again, beautiful art in this mythical archive. Repel Calamity, 1 in a white instant. Destroy target creature with power or toughness 4 or greater. Uncommon. Beautiful coloring. And then we have the foil Tone Blast in the common planes, and Fractal with the pass token. Really nice. Don't worry, as we go along through the set, we're going to go a little bit faster. Again, first time we open it on this channel, so we want to see exactly what we are opening, what we're getting. As far as the commons and uncommons, obviously what names are in there as well. Alright, Ascendant Dust Speaker, Landscape Painter, Tackle Artist, Tenured Concoctor, Mage Tower Referee, Bogwater Lumerette, Snooping Page, Environmental Scientist, Molten Note, Guide Coach Waypoint, beautiful land, putting that to the side. Ooh, our first mythic for the box. This is Emirate of Abundance. This is 2 and a green, creature elf druid, vigilance. This creature enters prepared. Whenever this creature attacks, if you control 8 or more lands, this creature becomes prepared. When it's prepared, you can cast Regrowth, which is 1 a green. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. You can cast it every single time whenever you attack if you have 8 or more lands, because it becomes prepared. And obviously second main phase, you can then go ahead and cast a Regrowth. So our first mythic hit, Emirate of Abundance. Really nice. Ooh. And we have a rare Mythical Archives as our first one. This is a beautiful Pongify as well. Again, great coloring on this set. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its controller creates a 3/3 green ape creature token for the rare Mythical Archive and Pongify. Beautiful. Hey, we get the Sky Coach Waypoint foil land, and we get Forum of Amity. Forum of Amity. This is enters tapped. Of course, it's dual, but of course it has Surveil as well for the limited folks there in Fractal, and then Spirit Token. Very nice. First mythic. Gonna be opening up some space here once we move these packs so we can have the mythics in the frame there as well. But for now, we're gonna have it here at the bottom. Again, enjoying the art, enjoying the looks, and so far the packs have been fun to open. You know, it's been kind of an average of more than 1 rare, usually 2 rares, which is pretty good. Hoping we continue that trend, and hoping we hit some more Mythical Archives rares, and hopefully some Mythical Archives mythics as well. I mean, Force of Will is there. We'll definitely want to get some Force of Wills in Mythical Archive. That'd be pretty great. If we can get 2 Force of Wills in a box, that'd be insane. I don't know how well that would work, if at all, but insane it is. So Scheming Silver Tongue, 1 and a black, Vampire Warlock, Flying Lifelink. At the beginning of your second main phase, if you gain 2 or more life this turn, this creature becomes prepared. You can pay 2 black for Sign and Blood sorcery. Target creature draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Very nice. And then we have the Spell Pierce coming through in the 1 blue pip instant. Counter target non-creature spell unless this creature pays 2. I can tell you that I do play Spell Pierce in Dimir, mid-range, and standard, so this might be making the cut going into there just to make the deck stand out and look a lot more beautiful. Very nice. Proctor's Gaze, foil, and then Paradox Gardens. And then we have the Elementals and the Treasure. Again, coloring on this set, really good. And happy so far with how it all looks. Right now, obviously, I'm in very much in modern mode because of the RCQ season. So I haven't done a lot of testing in standard. But we're hoping to be getting back to that, especially after the season is over for modern, to see what else we can brew up. Especially with a lot of the Dimir mid-range decks cards really leaving at the end of the year. So interesting for that as well. Encouraging Aviator. So we did get another Slumbering Trudge. So let's read. This time we have X in the green. Creature Plant Beast. This creature enters with the number of stun counters on it equal to 3 minus X. If it entered with the stun counter on it, tap it. Very nice. It's a 6/6, so you can play it early, but of course it has stun counters on it based on the X that you play as well. And then we have the Abrade coming through in uncommon, and then the foil Expressive Fire Dancer, and Paradox Garden, Inkling Token, and Spirit Token. All right, we've seen a lot of the tokens now. We've seen a lot of the cards now, so we're obviously, you can see, going definitely much faster through the packs. But yeah, have you folks enjoyed any of the drafts, any of the sealed stuff? I mean, obviously, Arena has them as well to play for the draft if you like playing there in person. Of course, Studious first year, 1 green, Creature Bearded Wizard, enters enters prepared, so you can play Rampant Growth on your second turn. Search your library for a basic land card. Put the card on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Very nice. Coming through, seeing what we can get there as well. Stadium, Title Mage. By the way, Pest Mascot. What a powerhouse in Unlimited. Trample. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. It's 1 black and a green. Powerhouse Unlimited for me. In the Golgari package, a lot of the stuff, including the pest tokens that you make, all gain a life when you attack. So really good, really good card. Graduation Day. Growth Curve. End of the Hunt. That's insane. It's like a freaking alien, like animal creature there as well. We have Dream Root Cascade. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more lands. We have the Giant Growth. Oh, this was fun too. I got a little story about this for the pre-release. I was playing in the pre-release. I went ahead and attacked. Somebody blocked. Obviously, I passed priority, and then before damage, somebody played a Giant Growth on their creature. So in response to that, I played a Giant Growth on my creature because we both had the Mythical Archive. So my creature was already bigger than theirs. So when they played the Giant Growth, obviously got +3/+3. When I played mine in response, they got a +3/+3 on there until end of turn. So very funny, very great sequence there to play the Giant Growth, and did well for me for sure. Noxious Newt with the Death Touch and add 1 green. Forest, and then the Fractal token. So again, Mythical Archives, making the drafts, making the seal challenges very interesting, because it's stuff that's not just, more than just stuff in the set, which is really interesting. Again, going through a little bit faster, see what we can find here. We have Applied Geometry. We're getting some more math here. 2 green and a blue, so Simic, Sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target non-aura permanent you control. Except it's a 0/0 fractal creature in addition to its other types. Put 6 +1/+1 counters on it. Very nice. We have an uncommon Bulk Up, 1 in a red, instant, double target creature's power until end of turn, flashback, 4 and 2 red. Very nice. And then foil, Chase Inspiration, Spectral Summit, and then the repair tokens. All right, we're almost done 1/3 of the box. Let me know what you thought about the box so far in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget, let me know what the hits you've gotten and what you're hoping to hit in your boxes as well. By now, obviously, you're going to be seeing me going through pretty much quickly in the packs, as we've seen a lot of the commons and uncommons already. We have Vicious Rivalry, 2 black and a green, so Golgari. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. Destroy artifacts and creatures with mana value X or less. So good little board wipe coming through. Oh, this is our first borderless card that we've seen for the set. This is Dream Root Cascade. So this is the land. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more lands. You can tap it to do green or blue for the Simic land here. We have the uncommon Knockout Maneuver, Mythical Archive, 2 in a green, sorcery, put +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then it deals damage equal to its power, target creature and opponent controls. Good removal. Scolding Administrator foil, Swamp, and a Fractal. So okay, let's go ahead and put the Mythic there in the middle now that we have space. We're hoping we get some more Mythics. I mean, 1 Mythic is fine, but we definitely need more in this box. So hoping we do so. All right, let's see what else we can get here today. By the way, Sundering Archaic, really good and limited. When this creature enters exile, target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast this creature. You can pay 2, put target card from a graveyard onto the bottom of its owner's library. So if there's a card that's getting recursion, there's some cards in Orzhov that do that. You can put that in the bottom of the library so you don't have to really worry about it. You can't really exile it, but it's a good way to play it. And then we have Stormed Carved Coast, the Is It Slowland as well. And then we have a Locust Spray. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, and you can cycle it for 1 black. And of course, it costs 1 black to cost. Beautiful Mythical Archive there. And then foil Barog, Banemaker, and Island and Token. Very interesting to see where the things are gonna fall for the Mythical Archives. I mean, it's great lands, but great art. But each pack having a Mythical Archive obviously won't make them too crazy expensive, but some of the rarer ones, of course, going to be holding some value, especially with how well they look. We have Suspend Aggression, 1 red and a white, instant. Exile target non-land permanent and the top card of your library. For each of those cards, its owners may play it until end of your next turn. Ooh, Burst Lightning, 1 red, instant with kicker 4. Burst Lightning deals 2 damage to any target. If this spell was kicked, it deals 4 damage instead. So we're seeing an early reprint of an actual card that we've seen in the actual set. So Burst Lightning, Mythical Archive. And then we have Foil, Infirmary, Healer, Spectral Summit, Foil as well. So we're seeing some lands coming through in foil now. Nice. Yeah, I'm not really sure how much like people are gonna be playing those like slow lands in standard. Obviously we have the shock lands, we have the starting towns, we have the multiversal passages that, you know, kind of speed up the processes for the lands so they don't have to come in tap. But playing, you know, having 2 or more lands is not that difficult, obviously. So we'll see really where they fall in the end of things. Snarl Song. We have Hardened Academic. Red and a white bird cleric, flying haste. Discard a card. This creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. A little bit of psychic frog there. Kind of some notions. Ooh, pick your poison. Speaking of the art, look at that beautiful art. Jesus. 1 green, choose 1. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact of their choice. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment of their choice, or each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying of their choice. Really, really good. And then Wander Off Foil. Spectacle Summit. Getting a lot of those today. Getting a lot of Spectacle Summits for sure. I definitely picked up 2 Play Booster boxes to open up for the stuff set for Wither Bloom Charm, by the way, excuse me. Black and a green, choose 1. You may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, draw 2 cards. You can gain 5 life. Or you can destroy target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Really cool. And Diary of Dreams. Yeah, I picked up 2 boxes to fill out what I would need for standard. Really, really good so far. Moselle, Veins, Neodine, 2 in a black. Legendary creature, Bird, Skeleton, Warlock. Flying. When Moselle enters, create a 1/1 black-green pest creature token with whenever this token attacks, you gain 1 life. This also has Infusion. So at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, return up to 1 target creature with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So if you have a good way to gain life, you're able to return this to yourself. I'm definitely trying this off in the Orzhov Sacrifice deck that I'm always trying to make happen with Sephiroth. So it's interesting to see how this will probably work out. Maybe 1 or 2 of in that deck as well. Ooh, Mythic, the Dawning Archaic, 10 colorless cost. Legendary creature Avatar. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant or sorcery in your graveyard. It has reach. Whenever the Dawning Archaic attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. Very nice coming through. For the second mythic of the box, and then we have Requisition Raid. Again, talking about beautiful art. 1 white Mythical Archive. Spree. You can pay 1 white, +1, destroy target artifact, or +1, destroy target enchantment, or +1, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that player controls. You can choose 1 or you can choose all of them. Really, really good when it comes to the sprees. And then we have Foil, Quill, Blade, Laureate, Island, and then of course the tokens there. Nice. 2 mythics in the box so far. Really cool. We'll take that. I really do like that the packs have different characters in the covers each time. It's not always the same one. Really nice. Alright, so obviously I believe it was a special guest. We're gonna see here we have Antiquities on the Loose, 1 white sorcery. Create 2 2/2 red and white spirit creature tokens. Then if the spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put a +1/+1 counter on each spirit creature you control. Has flashback, 4 white. So that's what you can cast this, it's not in your hand, so you get the extra on there as well. Then we have the Stargaze, beautiful. X black sorcery. Look at twice X cards on top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your in graveyard, and you lose X life. And then we have, actually this is a foil Borderless Land, Shattered Sanctum rare. Beautiful art on this as well. The Inkling art on the Orzhov side is really, really nice. So this land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more lands, and you can tap it for a white or a black. This is awesome. I thought it was like a special guest, but it's a borderless foil card. Really nice. We will take that. Ooh, copy. That's a beautiful art on the copy as well, and the spirit token. Very cool. That was a very cool hit I did not expect to see. Borderless foil land. I mean, like I said, we can get like different rarities in the foil spots, but did not expect the borderless land. Send in the pest. Ooh, let's go. We actually got this mythic as well in our pre-release. Witherbloom the Balancer. So 6 black and a green. Seems like it costs a lot, right? But wait, this has affinity for creatures. So this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control. Flying, it has flying and death touch, and instant and sorcery spells you cast have affinity for creatures as well. So very, very cool card. Mythic here. And then we have Return the Favor, red mythical archive with Spree. Oof, beautiful uncommon. And then pest control foil, love it. Pest mascot foil, sorry. I was almost getting away with it there. Nice, let's see what else we can get and continue on these pack openings. Enjoying the mythic so far for sure. Group project, as you can tell, we haven't seen a flow state, by the way, in uncommon. Cauldron of Essence, 1 black green artifact. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. You can play 1 in Golgari. You can tap this, or sorry, 1 black and a green. Tap this, sacrifice the creature, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. Good recursion there as well. Ooh, nice. We get a rare Angel's Grace 1 white pip mythical archive instant. It has split second, so as long as this spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. You can't lose the game this turn, and your opponents can't win the game this turn. Until end of turn, damage that will reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Angel's Grace, really, really beautiful new art, and it's also saving your bacon when you're about to lose the game. And then we have a foil Nita Forum Conciliator. 1 white and a black, legendary creature, human advisor. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So this card is you can pay 2, sacrifice another creature, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard, and then you can cast it this turn, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead, activate only as a sorcery. A lot of words, but that's a pretty decent rare actually, especially when it comes to limited. Alright, let's see what we get here. I didn't have like special sections for the mythical archives for the different rares just because they're all coming on one section, so I do apologize for that. So I can't really see how many rares I've gotten in the mythical archives, but no flow states are still in common. Woof. Basslands, Scavenger, 1 green, Bear Druid, Death Touch. This creature enters prepared. As Bind to Life, you can pay 4 and a green, instant, mill 7 cards, and put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. And then we have Bitter Triumph, again, really good card coming through in the mythical archive as well. 1 in a black, instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card or pay 3 life, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Very nice. And then Ajani's Response in foil. Really, really enjoying the fact that certain cards like Bitter Triumph are being reprinted in the mythical archives. I already play that card in the playset and in a deck, for example. So being able to kind of put a different art on it is really, really cool. Well, let's see. And it's Scolding. We have Jadzi, Steward of Fate, 2 in a blue, legendary creature, human wizard. Jadzi enters prepared. When Jadzi enters, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. And then you can do Oracle's Gift, XX blue, create X00 green and blue fractal creatures tokens, then put X +1/+1 counters on each fractal you control. Nice. Hey, the card that a lot of people were trying to get from Aether Drift. Stock up, 2 blue, sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of any order. Really good way to kind of go through your library, fix it in your hand, and then of course put what you don't need in the bottom of the library. Really, really nice that we get some stock ups here as well. And then Petitioner's Trove in foil. Yeah, I mean at this point it's just like all about seeing what kind of beautiful art they use for the mythical archive for the cards they're reprinting. But stock up being reprinted in mythical archive is actually pretty good. I am a big fan of that for sure. It lowers the price on the actual card as not a lot of people open up Aether Drift. Fix What's Broken, a 2 white and a black sorcery. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. Return each artifact and creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a nice way of doing the Raise the Past without playing Raise the Past. Monstrous Rage. Speaking of beautiful mythical archive art, look at that. 1 red instant. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Create a monster world token attached to it. Nice. Foil Forum Necroscribe. All right, onto the last third of the box. Let's hope we get some more mythic hits. We got some in between. We haven't gotten a mythic hit in the mythical archives. So, well, really, I'm just looking for that Force of Will. Let's be honest here. That's what we're looking for today. Looks like this one's not gonna be it, but we have, we got another rare. Now this time it's interesting. Excuse me, it's a mythic rare. The reason this is interesting because this is using the new keyword paradigm for the card. So what does that mean? Let's go ahead and read it together. 5 white. So 7 cost, a little bit high, but let's see what it does. Restoration Seminar. Sorcery Lesson. Return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So again, return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wonderful recursion, but why does it cost 7? Well, the reason is this. It has paradigm. Then, after it resolves, exile the spell. After you first resolve a spell with this name, you may cast a copy of it from exile without paying its mana cost at the beginning of each of your first main phases. So each first main phase, this will go off and Restoration Seminar will be cast again without, casting a copy of it without paying its mana cost. So you're able to then again, each main phase, return a target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So interesting choices here. Paradigm, once you cast it, pretty much gets exiled, and each turn, usually at the beginning of each main phase, it comes back and you're able to do those options again. Really good card. Wonderful mythic here. Whoa, we got double mythical archives. We have Sabafy, 3 in the black, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This would have been a great graveyard pack. Disdainful Stroke in foil and Disdainful Stroke in foil. And by the way, the foiling on the mythical archives, beautiful, just fantastic. I mean, look at that. Obviously, like, there's a lot of textured silver foil ones in that, not a lot, but like there's the silver foil options in the collector booster boxes. So I look forward to seeing that in person sometime soon. I don't know if I will. We're hoping the collector box that we do open does have a silver foil there for sure. Rare or higher, mythical rare or higher silver foil, just to put it out there. We have Pest Brute Sloth because we're going into Tragedy Feaster. Whoa, look at that borderless art. That's crazy. 2 black creature demon, trample, ward, discard a card. It has infusion. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice a permanent unless you gain life this turn. Really cool. This card works really well, obviously, in the Golgari deck where you're always gaining life because you don't have to do the actual sacrificing of a permanent because you gain life this turn. But seriously though, that art is beautiful. What in the world? Hey, we get a rare Culling the Weak 1 black mythical archive instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, and then you add 4 black pips. Very nice. Shopkeeper's Bane in foil. Nice. Rare mythical archive, we will definitely take those. At the end, I'll go through and see how many like rare mythical archives we did get. But 4 mythics in the regular playset in the box so far. Oh, there it is. We have a Flow State Legend. I'm going to put this in with the rares. The reason being it's a 1 in a blue sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. But if there is an instant or a sorcery card in your graveyard, instead put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Very nice Flow State. We're going to put this with the rares just so we don't forget this one. We have Splatter Technique, 1 blue, 2 red. Choose 1, draw 4 cards, or Splatter Technique deals 4 damage to each creature and planeswalker. So it's a board wipe indeed. Or you could draw 4. Giant Growth, Muse's Encouragements, Swamp, and Prayer Tokens. Alright, almost done. Hoping we get some more mythics. How many mythics do you folks? Alright, sorry. Okay, let's go through this one. The video cut off, so I have to come back to it. All right, we have Deathcap Glade. So again, Golgari Slowland. Then we have Bertha Wise Extrapolator, 2 green and a blue, legendary creature, Frog Druid. It has increment, which is cool. So whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana you spend is greater than this creature's power or toughness, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So you can keep it growing depending on the bigger your spells it is. Really, really cool. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Bertha, add 1 mana of any color. Really, really nice. And X, and tap this card, you create 0/0 green and blue fractal creature tokens and put X +1/+1 counters on it. Very, very nice. A good one. I think this is honestly a cool commander as well for those of you that play commander. We have Feed the Swarm. Again, beautiful, beautiful art coming through for the Mythical Archive. Feed the Swarm. And then foil Deluge Virtuoso. Virtuoso. Alright, let's see what the rest of the packs have in store for us. And what we can pull off. And hoping we get some more mythics. Again, I don't know if we're going to get a mythical archive. So we'll see what we get. We get Ambitious Augmenter, 1 green, creature turtle wizard, of course, increment on here as well. And when this creature dies, if it had 1 or more counters on it, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token, then put this creature's counters on that token. So very, very nice. So once it grows to a certain amount of counters, it dies, you can make another token that has those counters. Really cool. We have Helping Hand coming through in Mythical Archive. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. And then Daydream in foil. Nice. Yeah, not sure how tough it is to get mythics in the Mystical Archive, so we'll see what we can find today. Witherbloom Charm. Ooh, I like this card, by the way. Postmortem Professor, 1 and a black. Creature Zombie Warlock. This creature can't block, but whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And then you can pay 1 and a black, exile instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, and you can turn this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Beautiful. Oh, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Not tap, just return to the battlefield. Whoo! Lorehold the Historian. 3 red and a white. Legendary creature, Elder Dragon. Flying Haste. Each instant and sorcery card in your hand has Miracle 2. So you may cast a card from its Miracle cost when you draw it, if it's the first card you drew this turn. So what you do is you have your hands aside, you draw the card, and if it has it's an instant sorcery that you want to cast a miracle, you have to present it to make sure that your opponent knows that you just drew it then and there, and you're not trying to put it in your hand and then give miracle to another card. So very, very good. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Very nice. Mythic hits. Then we have the Deuce, 1 in the blue Mythical Archive. Draw a card, investigates. And then Biblioplex, Tome Keeper, foil. Field of Strife landed as well. All right. That was a cool pack. Some nice little mythic. Let's see if we get some more. We're always going to be asking for more. More. I still want to hope that we can get that Force of Will. That'd be fantastic. Bletch, Loafing Pest, 1 black and a green, legendary creature pest. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each pest, bat, insect, snake, and spider you control. Insane. And by the way, I keep saying Mythical Archive, but these are Mystical Archives. I don't know why I keep saying Mythical Archives. But we have Knockout Maneuver, 2 in a green. Sorcery, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. And then we have foil Molten Note coming through with the foil Forum of Amity. Very nice. Alright, 3 more packs. Let's see what we can get. Comment down below if you think we're going to hit another mythic. Or comment down below if you think we're going to get another Force of Will. Let me know what you all think. Let's see what we get in the last packs. Prismari Charm. Nice. We get another charm. We get Sky Coach Conductor. 2 in the blue. Creature Bird Pilot. Flash Flying Vigilance. This creature enters prepared. And you can have all aboard, which is instant. Exile target non-pilot creature you control. Then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Very nice. Rare. We have Sleight of Hand, 1 blue Mystical Archive. Sorcery, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1 of them in your hand and the other in the bottom of your library. So many Mystical Archives. We're definitely getting a lot here today. Ennis debate moderator foil. By that I mean like just different kinds, so not a lot of duplicates so far. Like I mean, we got duplicates like a braid and all that, but not everything so far. All right, penultimate pack. Let's see what we can pull off. Group project, and we get Molten Core Maestro, which is a really cool card. One in the red. Creature Goblin Bard Menace. Whenever you cast an instant or spell or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, add an amount of red equal to this creature's power. Very nice. Then we get the Royal Treatment in Mystical Archive, 1 green. Again, beautiful art there. Instant target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn, and you create a royal token attached to it. And then the foil Elemental Mascot, which by the way, the foiling on this coloring, woof, popping off, buddy, popping off. All right, last pack, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we get. Go ahead and give me, of course, that good luck to see what we get in this last pack. Go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit that bell notification if you like this video. Really appreciate it. Trying to get those sub numbers up. And of course, trying to get to partner on here as well. So thank you so much for that. Let's see what we get in our last pack. We're going to read through all the cards this time around and see what we get. We get Last Gasp, Ascendant Dust Speaker, Procrastinate, Ancestral Anger, Studious First Year, nice, Inkling Mascot, Forum Necroscribe, Pest Brood Slot, Colossus of Blood Age. We have a rare Safai and the Tempest, 5 blue and red. Legendary creature Human Bard Sorcerer. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Nice. That's a once every turn. Double rare, we get the Resonating Loot, 2 blue and a red artifact. Lands you control have tap, add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to cast instant and sorcery spells. And you can tap this to draw a card. Activate only if you have 7 or more cards in your hand. That's a crazy rare. We did get a mythic in the Mystical Archive. It's not a forcible, but it is a mythic Armageddon in our last pack. Beautiful last pack magic coming through. It's a 3 and a white sorcery Armageddon. Destroy all lands. Look at that. Coming through in the Mystical Archive in the last pack. It is possible, ladies and gentlemen. It is possible indeed. And then we have the foil Render Speechless, Swamp, and the Fractal token to finish it all out. Very nice. I will go ahead and put the rare count right now. You'll see it on the board for the actual rare counts for the Mystical Archives while I'm getting all this together. We're going to go ahead and look at all the mythics, including this Mystical Archive we're going to be putting here together as well to see what we have. We have 1 mythic in Armageddon in the Mystical Archive, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 mythics in the box with Lorehold, the Historian, Restoration Seminar, Witherbloom, the Balancer, Dawning Archaic, and of course, Emeritus of Abundance. So very nice. Really appreciate all that to see what we have for this box. So again, thanks so much for all of you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate all of you today. It has been a blast to open up this box of stickers or Strixhaven. Looking forward to opening more. Again, don't forget we have collector booster box coming up. We have, of course, the draft night coming up soon. We have MagicCon. We're gonna have a vlog for that. All of that coming soon. Of course, every Monday at 10 a.m. there's a new video on this channel, all related to TCGs. Most of the time, Magic the Gathering. I won't lie, it's just what I spend most of my time playing, but sometimes we have other TCGs as well, so stay tuned for all of that. Of course, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification to be notified of all of that. And if you're in the Oregon area, check out our partner store, Grove Warden Games. Definitely check them out. Great partnership that they have with us. Great LGS. Always have a lot of learning plays if you want to learn more TCGs as well. Check all that out. Their Discord, they're always getting people together for different pods for Commander as well. And if you want to buy from them directly to support them out, check out the Mana Pool link down below so you can buy directly from them and their store anywhere so they can ship out anywhere to you in the US. And as always, if you're going to use TCG Player, why not use my affiliate link? Definitely gives me a cut back. Really appreciate it, and it helps this channel grow, and of course helps me afford all of this. Pretty much what we can do. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. As always, hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all next time. Stay tuned. We have a lot more great stuff coming your way. Take care. Peace.